In the cold shadow of cracked tenement buildings, life was both a performance and a prison. Few things were more important than appearances. For the roaring 20s had long faded, but in a small apartment in Berlin, a family lived on borrowed time, twisting their lives into a pretzel of lies and deceptions to maintain their certain status in society. Michael Richter, the father, was a local banker whose rise to prominence was steeped in a mixture of cunning and debt. His wife, Clara, was a faded beauty clinging to the relics of youth, her days spent perfecting the art of social climbing and impressing neighbors over tea with tales of their extravagant dinners and summer vacations. Their children, Eva and Lucas, were the perfect little icons of respectability, flaunting their cultured upbringings at every turn. Ironically, for all their efforts, the Richter family cultivated a disconnection from the very essence of humanity, kindness. It was on a gray winter's day, the sky weeping icy droplets, that the Richters' lives took an unexpected turn. As Michael was driving home from a meeting, he caught sight of an elderly man hunched over by the side of the road. His clothes were tattered, and a scent of desperation enveloped him. To Michael, the man was an eyesore against the polished streets, the embodiment of failure. Temporarily distracted from the never-ending cycle of selfish ambition, he grunted at the man, "Get a job." Late that evening, Michael and Clara received a frivolous invitation from their neighbors, the Balzers, to a gala that would define the social hierarchy of their quarter. While Clara fretted over her gown and jewels, Michael walked into the study, a room adorned with fine art and wealth, and promptly dismissed the incident with the beggar from earlier. They were better than him. They had worked hard for their status. On that fateful night, amidst laughter and clinking champagne glasses, the couple floated like phantoms on the dance floor, mingling with the true elites. The Balzers were boasting about their travel destinations when a small commotion drew their eyes towards the entrance. Emerging from the shadows was the homeless man, looking dignified yet fierce, his presence looming as if he had emerged from the ancient legends of the gods. "Do you have a death wish?" Michael hissed at the man under his breath, tears of frustration forming in Clara's eyes as he continued, "Leave now before you embarrass yourself." But the man didn't flinch. Instead, he took a deep breath and claimed the attention of the room. "How many of you have climbed over the bodies of the needy to grasp your pearls of status?" he posed, his voice steady, clutching a polished cane with an artisan's delicacy. The party ached for silence, confusion swirling in the air. "Enough!" Michael shouted, puffing up with indignation as the guest's words touched raw nerves. "You have no place here. Leave." But before anyone could escort him out, the man began to speak, revealing his true nature, a high-ranking investigator from the local government who had dedicated his life to fighting corruption and greed. As the crowd gasped, his eyes locked onto Michael. "You think power and wealth protect you, but character is revealed in how you treat others." The room thrummed with disbelief and shame as the investigator recounted several misdeeds, weaving a narrative that left the crowd spellbound. As he rattled off incriminating parallels, it became painfully clear that the Richters were not only living in masks, but were also puppeteers spinning the lies of others for their gain. With every passing moment, Michael's confidence ebbed. The once mighty man of wealth now felt small under the weight of a warped reality. A bead of sweat trickled down his forehead, his composure cracking. Defensively, Clara clutched his arm, but their children stood at a distance, eyes wide with horror. "Please, I implore you," Michael stammered, desperation creeping into his voice. "You don't understand. I did what I had to do." But the truth was mantled, and Michael knew it. He mistreated the old man not just because he was beneath him, but due to his own profound insecurities. The investigator eyed the Richters with judgment, the once unassailable status of the family crumbling like dry leaves in autumn wind. Before long, the police arrived, a consequence of too many bitter truths whispered across the gala floor. They served the Richters a formal notice for their questionable dealings. The moral low ground Michael thought he had solidly established came crashing down as his business empire threatened to turn to ashes. The investigator, still in control of the room, offered Michael one chance, a moment of reflection or face the consequences feared by all. Character is revealed in how you treat others. This is your opportunity for redemption, but it does not come easy, he declared firmly. turning the eyes of the city upon the once mighty family. In the days that followed, the Richters learned to navigate the uncharted territories of humble work. Music slowly echoed through their apartment once more, but this time it was accompanied by laughter as Clara prepared meals alongside her children, inviting neighbors for simple afternoon gatherings. This was no longer a dance about status. It became a symphony of connection. Months later, Michael visited the elderly investigator to apologize, finding the man relentless yet gracious in his wisdom. We all strive for achievement, but what lies beneath is indeed more telling, the investigator said in a measured tone. And just as he was preparing to leave, the old man fixed his gaze into Michael's eyes, revealing a depth that told tales of battles fought and cities built. You have a chance to help others now. Use your power for good. True redemption slowly unfolded as Michael leveraged his banking status to revive programs dedicated to helping those who had fallen into despair, proclaiming a vow of integrity that rippled through the community. Years later, sitting across from the man he once mistreated, the old investigator beamed with pride. "You've changed, Michael," he remarked, noting the sincerity twinkling in his eyes. In that moment, Michael understood far more than when he clung desperately to falsehoods. The lies he once wore departed like vapor. Meaningful connections formed, replacing the masks he had adorned. As the sun began to set, casting golden light against the old walls, Michael turned to the investigator, and a soft smile crossed his lips. "Thank you for showing me the value of humility." The investigator merely nodded, the warmth of gratitude playing across his features. Remember, integrity is the foundation of true wealth. In every shimmering moment of what they had built together through humility, Michael gleaned the ultimate truth. It wasn't the status that defined him, but the kindness he extended to others. A character is revealed in how you treat others. Comment yes if you agree.